Hello, good morning, dear students. Today we are studying the pharmacokinetic and pharmacodynamic models. In last lecture, we studied the pharmacokinetic models as described as direct versus indirect response model, direct link versus indirect link model, soft link versus hard link model, time variant versus time invariant models. Today we are studying the application of pharmacokinetic and dynamic modeling. First application of pharmacokinetic and pharmacodynamic model in drug development. The pharmacokinetic and pharmacodynamic modeling and simulation are well recognized powerful tools that enable effective implementation of learn and confirm paradigm in drug development. The modeling and simulation can be used to capture uncertainty and use the expected variability in pharmacokinetic and dynamic data generated in preclinical data of possible range of clinical dose. Next, clinical development of drug. The pharmacokinetic modeling and simulation can potentially impact both internal and regulatory decision in drug development. In this phase 1 study that assist in characterizing the pharmacokinetic safety and tolerability of drug candidate and provide the information of rational design of all subsequent clinical trials. Second phase divided into two stages. Phase 2A, in which we test the efficacy hypothesis of drug candidate for demonstrating the proof of concept. Phase 2B is to develop the concentration response relationship in efficacy and safety by exploring a large range of dose in target patient population. Phase 3 to provide confirmatory evidence that demonstrate an acceptable benefit risk in a large target population. The pharmacokinetic and dynamic models explaining the source of inter-individual variability in response using population pharmacokinetic and dynamic approach. Next application for NDA submission and review. The pharmacokinetic and dynamic model play an important role during the NDA submission, new drug application submission and review phase by integrating information from the preclinical and development phase. The existence of a well-defined pharmacokinetic and dynamic model furthermore enable the reviewer to perform pharmacokinetic and dynamic simulations for various scenarios. First, the deeper understanding of compound and provide a quantitative basis for dose selection. Thus, the pharmacokinetic and dynamic modeling can facilitate the NDA review process and help to resolve regulatory issues. In post-marketing phase, this approach is also used and can provide the relevant information regarding the dose individualization. Next, in dosage regimen optimization, the pharmacokinetic and dynamic modeling is a scientific tool to help developers select a rational dosage regimen for confirmatory clinical testing. It is applied to individual dose optimization. The time course and variability in effect versus time relationship can also be predicted for different dosage regimen. Next application in interspecies extrapolation of response. The primary source of variability between species is often characteristicable by pharmacokinetic and dynamic model. The variability is due to mainly of pharmacokinetic origin. The drug plasma concentration required to draw a given response is rather similar between species, whereas the corresponding dose for eliciting the same effect can differ widely. Next, for viability studies, extrapolation of in vitro to in vivo. In this, if an effective concentration or inhibitory concentration is obtained on the basis of in vitro assay, then a dose can be planned by putting the in vitro effective concentration directly into the equation. The effective dose 50% is equal to clearance into effective concentration 50% divided by bioavailability. As in vitro concentration are generally equivalent to free drug. Free drug concentration correction for drug binding to plasma protein might be needed to estimate the corresponding in vivo plasma effective concentration or inhibitory concentration. Selection of antibacterial agent. The pharmacokinetic and dynamic model and their parameters correlate the bacteriological and clinical outcome in animal models and in humans. The pharmacokinetic and dynamic parameters like area under curve, minimum effective concentration or inhibitory concentration, maximum effect concentration, maximum inhibitory concentration can be used to select agent with maximum potential for bacterial eradication. Next application in studying the drug interactions. Drug interactions study protocol often incorporate pharmacodynamic endpoint used in estimating the clinical consequences of drug interaction along with the usual pharmacokinetic outcome measures. Example, co-administration of triazolam and erythromycin produce a large increase in plasma concentration of triazolam. For further reading, you can study these articles and books. Thank you.